Back inside of the system, the production tab has been populated, so let's look into it. We took the data from the mobile version and it's now populated the production tab. Within daily progress, if we were to come down, we'll take a look. Our entry has been entered into the system, our work area, the percent complete within the area. And if you look at this summary, overall we're 19% complete. Based on the estimated hours we entered when we set the project up, we have consumed 18% of those hours. Based on our completion percent, we're projected to be at 93% by job end. Let's click on the Labor Reported tab. These are all the hours reported to this job. Within Safety, since we filled out those safety fields, we have an entry for 320, 7 photos. And if we click View, this is what the electronic view of safety looks like. And at any point in time, we can check off a day, print to a PDF if we need to have some documentation. The email list will specify who is set to receive the OPMs. Now within the email list, you'll see that you can change the default send time for this property's projects. You can also add individual emails to receive OPMs for just this project. You will see any account managers listed. If you have an account manager listed, it will automatically be on the distribution list for this property. The following core users that are set to receive this OPM email, which means within user administration, these are the people that have receive OPMs checked. The following client portal users that are set to receive the OPM notifications. So to summarize, this is where you control or view who is set to receive these OPM emails. Let's take a look at the OPM. Within daily progress, I mentioned each day of work is listed, which ultimately comes from the mobile version. We can view, edit, and delete from here. If we have OPM approvals turned on, you'll have another button called Approve. This is where you will approve them before the send time so they are sent out properly. Let's take a look at what a day of work looks like. We'll click on View. Within this view, you will first see the internal notes, which only will appear here and are not sent out along with the OPM emails. This will tell you how many times this has been sent. By default, it is scheduled to be sent at 6 p.m. Central. If you'd like to send it now, you can, and in that case, it will not get sent out at 6 p.m. Central. This report is branded for District 124, and this is essentially the view of what the system will submit at 6. Here's the aerial image. This is the work area. This is the story. And these are the pictures. Let's take a look at some of the reports that have been populated. The first report I want to talk about, which is primarily accessed through the production board. Go to your toolbox. And once again, the contract or production tools are all color-coded in blue. Within FCS contract, our first report is called Production Report. Now on this page, we'll see the 5 jobs that are currently over in labor or are scheduled to go over in labor. The production report will list all of the jobs. Here, we can see overall what's in backlog, in progress, completed to date, and what's been completed this year. Click any column header and it will sort the list ascending and descending. Within this report, we can sort data for an individual We can show archived, we can map, export, and archive a list once it's complete. Take a look at the Woodstock High School job. 19% complete, 18% of the labor has been consumed, and the projected labor is at 93%, which anything green is good and is not scheduled to go over in labor. And our contract value is shown off to the right. At any point in time, you can click the job number and it will bring you into that production tab. The next report is called contract billing. Within our toolbox, contract billing will show all of the jobs, the statuses, the last invoice date, the percent complete, the percentage billed, what has been invoiced versus the total contract amount, which brings us a total of what is remaining. At the very bottom, we will arrive at a total work in hand. So once again, this is a contract billing report, and although you may not use the invoices that FCS generates, you can keep the information current and rely on reports like this. Here you can export, map, and archive. Now let's edit some payroll. Within our production board, we can access Timecard Master. Within the Timecard tab, all of the hours collected through the mobile version will appear in this list. And at the end of the day, we need to confirm the hours worked on all of those jobs. You can delete an entry, edit, or confirm. If we were to edit the hours, we can change the date, when they punched in, when they punched out, the total hours, the lunch hours, which will in fact subtract from the total hours, the job number they worked on, and also you'll see the ability to split the time if they have accrued overtime. If you split time, the system will create another entry off of the same job number. After you make changes to time, be sure to click Edit, save those changes. If you click the map, you will see geographically where the crew was punched in versus where they were punched out. You can confirm individual entries, or you can begin to check off multiple and select the green check mark to confirm a batch. At the end of the week, we will select all of our records and export to Excel. This is what we'll hand over to payroll. We have the username, the employee ID if used, the date, total hours, punch in versus punch out, the job name, the job number, task code if you use it, and the rate if it's regular time or overtime.